And today, as part of our Local Heroes series, we have Staff Sergeant Robin Burnham joining us. He's with the Decontamination Unit of the Colorado National Guard. And he can explain his full title and precisely what he does. But he's here on behalf of himself and the rest of the Colorado National Guard that has stepped up to help us in this very difficult time in American and world history as we face the coronavirus, which has disrupted so many of our lives. It's hurt our health, it's kind of hurt our emotions, and obviously has affected the economy as well. But Robin has really been on the front lines of this, and I'd like him to explain a little bit about what he does, what the decontamination unit is, and really we can visit a little bit about the different things that the Colorado National Guard has been doing to help us fight this terrible virus. So Robin, please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself and what you are doing with the Colorado National Guard.
Thank you, sir. I'm Staff Sergeant Robin Burnham. I'm with, the Army loves its acronyms, so I'll try to explain them all. But I'm with the Task Force COVID-19 Test Support Group that has been going around the state and doing different kinds of testing all over the state and in different counties and areas. So my job is part of, at the moment, I'm part of SURF-P, which is a CBURN, which is another acronym, but it is Chemical, Biological, Radiological, Nuclear, and Explosive Enhanced Response Force Package. Really long, I know. And I work with that group on the technical decontamination team. So my job is to make sure that our soldiers and airmen who work with us come back out of the hot zone or the area that's been contaminated and are free from contamination, so that we can go back into the community and go back home and be safe.
How long have you been part of this very complicated acronym? How long have you been doing that? How long have you been with the Guard or with service generally?
Yes, sir. So I've been in the Guard for 7 years. I joined the unit that does SURF-P within the 5 years ago. Out of that, service has been with SURF-P. And recently, for the last year and a couple months, I've been working as a full-time staff member for that group as well. So this is the first time SURF-P has been called out, at least the decontamination unit has been called out to do something that we have been training for years to do.
How did you choose to go to work with that unit?
It was sort of chosen for me, as it happens in the Army. My MOS, or my military occupational specialty, is an 89 Bravo, which is an ammunition specialist. So by trade, I help make sure the ammunition is ready to go for the soldiers who are on the front lines. But this is a secondary duty or an additional duty for our unit, where we get to serve the community, we get to serve the United States and our FEMA region as a mask and decontamination unit that can go and be called out for any kind of major crisis.
All right, so tell us a little bit about what you all are doing to deal with the contamination, to deal with this contagion that we're all facing from the coronavirus, and tell us about some of the other folks in your unit.
Yes, sir. So as we all know, this is a new kind of contagion for us. It's a bio hazard. And so what we're doing is we're actually going out to, we started off the first time we were deployed, we started off doing the drive-through testing and kind of did spot checks around the state. We were in Telluride, Colorado Springs, Pueblo, Denver, those kinds of areas. And then we took a little break, and then we got to come back out again. And now we've been doing more testing and teaching. Right now our focus is on teaching the facilities, the assisted living type facilities and correctional facilities, the staff, how to do the testing so that they can be successful and continue that testing in a more progressive manner as we move forward. So that's our secondary piece. We have we have 67 total. We've been split into 3 different strike teams that are set up to go around to different facilities, again, kind of all over the state. I'm in Grand Junction currently. And then we are going into the facility, testing this, actually not going in, we're outside the facility. I get to sit back and watch as everyone else gets trained until they get done, but they're doing active testing. So we have airmen that are medics, and we have the 928th Medic Unit with us, and then we have, those folks are doing the actual swabbing. We have a set of people who take down information, make sure that everyone has everything down correctly so we can identify who they are and they get the right tests. And then we have the group with the decontamination group that as our soldiers and airmen come off of that testing line, we make sure that they are properly decontaminated and aren't spreading the contagion anywhere else that we don't want it to go.
What has been the response of the different communities you've been in to you guys taking up this frontline position to either test and then make sure your personnel is clean and virus-free as best you can, decontaminated, if you will? When you go to Grand Junction or Colorado Springs, or you're in a nursing home or one of our correctional facilities, how have people responded to you all?
We've had a fantastic response. People are very supportive, usually excited, not excited to be tested, I don't think, but excited that we're there to help, that we're there to support them. We give that, hopefully, we give that stability to what they're doing and a little bit of that professionalism.
I think that you've made, you and the National Guard generally, and, you know, under the governor and the president, but really your leadership, Mike Lowe and others, I can tell you that as a citizen of this state, the fact that you all have been present to bring some order to what has been a very chaotic kind of a period has really been, I think, a stabilizing force. You used the stabilizing force. So I can tell you, I know so many others think of you and all of your colleagues as heroes. And I know you kind of blushed when I said that early on, but you know, we really do, and we appreciate your standing on the front lines for us. So I'd like you to close this segment of our Local Hero series however you want, on behalf of yourself, on behalf of your unit, on behalf of the National Guard. The show is yours to close.
Well, I appreciate that, sir. And as to the hero, we appreciate that we are viewed that way. It's an amazing feeling to be out here, to be supporting the local communities and the state. It's part of why most of us have joined the National Guard, is because we want to be here for our state and our local communities as well. And I'm just one member of a large community of National Guard soldiers who are out here doing what we need to be doing. We're doing our job, we're doing it well, and we're hopefully making a big difference for the community in our own areas and across the state. And we just appreciate and are honored to be here, sir.